All right guys, ready, set, RC. And today we are unboxing the Kyosho 1970 Chevelle SS 454 LS6. This is a 1/10 scale on-road four-wheel drive part of the Fazer MK2 line. This is a ready to run. It comes with the 2.4 gigahertz radio, the 550 brushed motor, a 60 amp ESC, waterproof steering servo, and this wonderful vintage body. This is our first Kyosho on the channel. Let's go ahead and let's get the Chevelle out of the box and let's see what it looks like. Here we are guys with the MK2 Fazer out of the box. I wanted to keep the cellophane on so you guys see how it is packaged and how it comes out. This thing looks amazing. But here we are guys, the MK2 Fazer out of the box, cellophane off. This thing looks incredible. There's nothing that this camera can do to make it look how good it looks in person. There's a lot of detail that I'm seeing on here, and this thing just simply looks amazing. We have the chrome bumpers going on here, the race stripes, the mirrors off onto the side, the chrome wheels, the SS decals, the door handle decals. There's just so much going on, and these windows, they're actually, it's a tinted mask that's on here, so these windows are actually clear. I just really like the detail that Kyosho has done on this, and as I said, this is our first Kyosho on the channel, and I'm just amazed with the amount of work that they've put into this. You also get the KT231P controller. This thing feels really good in the hands, guys, and one of the good things about it too, it only takes 4 AA's. Is simply amazing. It just feels good, and I can't wait to get this out and really see what this feels like in real life. But the grip, everything just feels good. You have your throttle trim, your steering trim, your steering dual rate, everything on here. I mean, there's so many features that you would normally not get on a ready-to-run controller that this one just has, and just the look and feel of it just feels nice, and one of the key things too, as you guys can see here, I'm able to do this one-handed. So there's a lot of, functionality for us who like to go out there and film to do with this controller without doing much. You also get the owner's manual, and please do go through this before running the kit, but you also get the owner's manual with it. You get some tools, and you also get some bits and pieces. I haven't gone through this kit yet, but it looks like the shocks are not screw-down bodies. They're actually used clips to adjust the height, and it also has brake disc with this as well. I'm also noticing, and I don't know if this is being picked up on the camera as well, but there are also clips for your LEDs in here. So this body is also going to have the ability to have working LEDs in there, and we'll take it off and check it out. I'm noticing a bind plug, and as I said, a couple of other bits and pieces that come with this kit. In regards to the body, the front is able to handle 4 LEDs, and as for the rear, you're able to handle 2 more LEDs for the rear. So in a total for this car, if you're looking to put LEDs on it, would be a total of 6 LEDs. The body itself is a nice hard plastic. What I'm noticing too on here is that it looks like it's 2 pieces. You have a rear piece on the back here, and then the rest of it is a one body molded system. The front and also on the rear is a plastic mold on there for the bumpers. It doesn't look like you have anything for the park lights. It looks like the park lights are just stickers that you have here. There's no way of, unless you drill the hole in, there's no way of putting LEDs in there unless you drill a hole for them. Outside of that, guys, I'm really impressed with this body. It feels nice in the hand. It feels like a very good Lexan, and I can't wait to get this thing out. In the front, we have aluminum shock cap. These are not screw-down shock bodies. As I said, you will need clips to adjust the ride height. I'm noticing that the dog bones that are on this kit, they are plastic. One thing that I'm noticing with a lot of these lower-end on-road cars is that you're gonna have plastic dog bones that are going on here, and this is nothing different. Looks like all links that are in here are also plastic, so there's not any adjustments with the links. Caster and camber are not adjustable. To the center drive shaft, this is also plastic. I'm not sure how that will handle under power in regards to if you plan to take this brushless, but I like to see what the brush setup does initially. So I'm noticing a common theme with a lot of this in this kit is plastic links, plastic drive shafts. We'll have to see how that holds up under pressure. As you guys know, I like to take my on-road cars to brushless, not a heavy system, but at least a mild brushless system to handle a little bit more speed, and we'll have to see how this handles. I did some initial looking up of some of the optional parts, and there isn't too much in regards to adjustments, meaning metal drive shafts or anything, or metal center drive shaft for this kit. And what I'm noticing too, when I compared this to the brushless versions of this car, that they do not have any changes within their drive shafts in here as well. So they are also running plastic drive shafts. So we'll have to see how that handles under pressure with having a brushless system compared to a brush system that you see here now. We'll test that out and we'll report back to you guys. ESC is tucked in under this plastic with a little vent to air it out. We'll have to see how that handles in regards to temps. The ESC that's in this kit is Lipo compatible ready. The motor is a 14-turn motor that's in this kit as well. It's a 550 can size and it is brushed. Going back to the rear, same deal in regards to the shocks, in regards to the links, everything here is plastic. Tires that we see here, there is foam in the tires, but what I'm noticing is that there is no nut with these tires. What you'll see here is a screw that needs to be screwed out to remove your tires from the hex. Coming off the ESC is a T-plug or Dean's connection. Chassis on this car is also a composite plastic. Batteries are affixed by a Velcro strap. And throughout this kit, you have full ball bearings. Differentials, front and rear differential on this kit is sealed. And all screws on this kit is a hex style screw. It's a 2mm hex. Spur gear settings in this is from a 68 tooth to a 38 tooth. But in the pinion settings, it goes from 29 tooth to 37 tooth. It has a fixed motor mount setting, which allows you to adjust between those different pinion settings on here. Overall length of this kit is 19.3 inches or 490 millimeters. Overall width of this kit is 8.3 inches or 212 millimeters. For those of you that are not familiar with this RC over here, this is my Traxxas 4Tech 2.0. This is heavily modded compared to what you would normally get. This started off as a brushed edition of the 4Tech, and we made several upgrades to this, changes to this car, so it's not going to look like the typical 4Tech. But at the time of this video, this is our only electric 1/10 scale on-road car at this point. We have the Traxxas 4Tech, the Kyosho Fazer MK2. Body on the MK2 looks a little bit wider. I don't think the width of the vehicles is wider, but I definitely see where the body is wider on the MK2. So I'm not sure how that's being picked up on the camera, but from what I can see here, the wheelbase on the MK2 is a slightly longer wheelbase on here. As I said, for the width, they're about the same. I'm gonna change it up so you guys can see it. Overall length of the body is of course longer on the MK2. For this one, I decided to take the bodies off so you guys can get a better idea of the width of the two. And as I said before, the width is about the same on each one. There isn't much or any offset at all when it comes to the Traxxas 4Tech up here on the top. If you look down below to the Fazer MK2, there is a little bit of an offset in regards to the wheels that are on here. But if you basically do not take that into consideration, the width on them are about the same that you're going to see on the two. Yeah, with my proper 2S, I think it'll run a little bit better. I think it's just running like crap now. This battery's old. But I like how it feels. Steering is excellent on this thing. And it's really, for a brushed Onroad, it's dialed in pretty nicely. I'm liking it. I'm really liking it. First impressions of the Kyosho 1970 Chevelle Fazer MK2. Very high, guys. I really do like how this looks. And out of all the vintage RCs that we've had on this channel, this one comes very close to the Ken Block one that we had on the channel here as well. In regards to the chassis, I'm really impressed with how this chassis is set up. Gonna have to see how this takes out and see how this handles. As of right now, for me, on-road 1/10 scale electric cars, the Traxxas 4Tech is #1.